Jennifer from Belladonna's Botanicals, and this is the first installment in my Spiritual Awakening video series. So I was guided to do this series to talk at length and very in depth about spiritual awakening and what that means and all the different things that you experience in the ongoing process of awakening. And this is not going to be in any particular order. So, because it's not really a linear process, like you might be like, okay, point A, point B, down here, okay, back up here, okay, you're going to be all over the place at times. And sometimes you're going to be like, I made progress. Oh crap, I'm back at the beginning again. I made progress. Okay, we're back to step one. I made progress, so it's a process. And what I want to talk about in this is the things that I've experienced and how that spiritual awakening changes you and your perspective, and to sort of build this space to talk about it more in depth, because like most of what I see on YouTube when you type in spiritual awakening is like top 10 signs of spiritual awakening, top 10 symptoms and whatever of spiritual awakening, top 10 physiological signs of spiritual awakening, the dark side of spiritual awakening. Like it's just all these kind of manufactured like top 10 lists, which don't get me wrong, I love me a good top 10 list. And if there was a top 10 list of the best top 10 list, I would watch that shit. Not gonna lie. Love my top 10 lists. But, so what I really started thinking about this, and I started just at the beginning, just jotting down like, here's every single topic I want to talk about. This video series is also based on that already, 25 videos deep. That I'm going to talk about each of these different topics and things that I've noticed have changed about me and the different processes that I've gone through. And a lot of it, you can't force a spiritual awakening. It's going to happen when it happens. You may not reach the entire, you may not get through all of it in one incarnation. Cats. Anyways, started fighting under the table over there. And I personally don't believe anyone is going to achieve in a level like be like, well, I've ascended, I've reached apotheosis, I have nowhere left to go from here. There's always room to expand your horizons and your perspective and your experiences. You don't just stop experiencing things. You don't just reach this level and are like, well, I've got nothing left to learn and nothing left to do, and I'm just all woo. So taking that into consideration, looking at all these different topics in spiritual awakening, because especially for me, I'm being neurospicy, is there's times where I'm like, I just feel like an alien anymore. I'm like, is anyone else seeing this? Oh, no, just me. Am I cats? Corey! Hey! So yeah, I just wanted to do a brief introduction for this and kind of talk about some of like the bigger things that we're going to be getting into. Talking about things like a lot of shadow work, crossing the abyss, falling into the abyss, jumping into the abyss, being eviscerated in the abyss, and whatnot. Ego death, just how your perspective changes, how you view things. Like, I feel like sometimes it's just like I've just like pulled so far back that I look at things, I'm like, how has no one else seen this? Or you just look at things and you're like, why? Why is this going on? And you start to question things in a very different way, and it's a way that even for me, like sometimes I'm like, I have no idea who I can even talk to about some of this stuff, because I'm like, I'm going to literally offend everyone. You start to realize what really matters and what really counts. And a lot of what we just occupy our time with every single day is just utter crap and bullshit. Um, and there's points in time where you're just like, no, I'm not participating in this. Doesn't make me a bad person. Um, it's just you can just it's kind of like, do you want to engage the trolls? Well, you're just gonna end up in this like endless cycle that's just like more the same, more the same, more the same, more the same, more the same. Or you just go, yeah, this really isn't worth my energy, my emotional energy. This isn't worth my bandwidth. This just isn't even worth thinking about. Bye bye. So being able to take that step back and not react to things and just go, they just want the attention. Why should I give them the attention? They don't get that anymore. That is cut off entirely. No, I may make fun of shit. I may have opinions on things, but it's like there's just a weird kind of disconnect where I'm just like, yeah, that's some fucked up shit. All right, anyways, moving along. Or, yeah, stay away from these people. They be crazy. Um, there's a lot that happens too on that level in the spiritual waking process where you're like, okay, here's the whole array of toxic people in my life. Bye, 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 bye. And one by one, you just go boink and flick them off into the ether. Um, that one is very gratifying. If I do say so myself. So there's a lot of things you learn along the way of spiritual awakening that you're not going to read in a book. You're not going to. It's not something you can necessarily be taught. It's something you just kind of realize and you come to understand about yourself. And when you really start to work with your higher self and that, it really changes everything very quickly. And I think that at least having someone to talk to or hearing the stories of what people go through when they go through a spiritual awakening can be helpful, because it's good, because there's times where you're like, oh God, I'm an alien, I'm all alone. If I open my mouth, I'm just going to piss everyone off I've ever met. So I'm just going to be over here kind of doing that. So to be able to have someone to talk to, someone that understands it, someone who can be like, "Oh yeah, that's just part of the thing. You'll get through it. It might suck for a little bit, but you'll get through it." Um, I think that's kind of what my goal is with the series is you're not alone in this spiritual awakening journey. Here's what I've been through, so you can use this kind of to know what to expect, to understand some of what you're going through. Um, Jesus Christ, cats, what are you doing? Cats. Um, Hi. What's up? Anywho. So, thank you very much for uh, watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and definitely stay tuned for more videos to drop. I don't know how fast I'm gonna get through them because, like I said, I've already got 25 video ideas. Most of them are things that I can just talk. Like, I prefer when I do videos to talk extemporaneously. I am not sure that I'm someone that could ever really work from like a teleprompter script, because I would just be, I don't know if it's just something with like spectrumy things, but like I just have a hard time doing that. And like it just comes across as me like, I am reading Aura Dream Amethyst is Dream Amethyst that has been aura treated. It activates the third eye crown chakra. Like it just to me kind of doesn't resonate as to the way I talk to you and connect with you versus me reading something in that. Now, granted, for podcasts and things where they do that, and it's very well thought out, very well researched and written, great. I just prefer to speak extemporaneously. Now, sometimes I will make notes on things, like usually I do like an outline, if anything, just to be like, okay, here's the 5 points you want to make in this video. So try to make them. Or if it's something I need something technical about, if I was doing something about different crystals and needed to kind of, or herbs, some of like the botany of it all. So I prefer to do it like extemporaneously. I'm just better at speaking in that way. So that said, I'm really looking forward to doing this series and sharing my experiences with you. Love you all. Happy Samhain.